Hey everybody, welcome to our Youngevity Marketing Materials Call Series. This is week 1 and I'm going to do an introduction to all of the tools that are available to us, and then over the next few weeks we are going to kind of dig in a little deeper into those tools so that you get a better idea of how to use those in your business. So to start off, here's our agenda for today. We're going to have an explanation of what all the tools are that are available to us right now. I'm going to go through when to use those tools, just a real quick overview on the business expenses and what to expect in the coming weeks from 2 to 8. So we're going to start off first talking about the types of tools that we have available. We have this new set of 6 brochures, the series that just was launched. The first 3 were launched at our convention back in April, and the last 3 were just launched here a couple weeks ago at our Las Vegas convention. And these are actually the brochures that triggered this whole series because they're fantastic. They're classy. They're really, really good in being able to pull together all of the things that we need for our entire business. And that's sort of what stemmed me to come up with this series of calls so that you all could see how to use these brochures throughout all of the different things that you do in your business. Then I'm going to go through just quickly all of the trifolds and catalogs, the reports and studies. There's so many of them out there, and I know that sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, so I just wanted to give you a little clarification on those. And then our new YGYI Your Way catalog, which I'm so excited about. That's the one that our team developed together to really, really just fit beautifully in our way of doing business. And then just a quick example of some of the videos and audios and different samples that we can use, which all of these are tools for our business. So starting off, that series of 6 brochures that just was launched, there is the Youngevity Revolution, the Healthy Body Challenge, the CEO Mega Pack, Staying in the Lane, the 5x5 Marketing System, and the Are You Next Compensation Guide. And they all come in packs of 20. And the question is, do you need all of them? And so we're going to go through when you would use some of the, well, all of the brochures, when you would use them in your business, and if you need them all, at what time you need them. Because some of them, if you are somebody who's a business builder and you're ready to kick it up right from the beginning, then every one of these has an important part in your business. If you're somebody that is doing this as a part-time business or as a casual business, then you might not need all of them right out of the chute. So we're going to talk a little bit about which ones you need right away and which ones you can get later. Then we have all the product trifolds and catalogs out there, and there are a ton of different product-specific brochures. They're little trifolds that talk about the specific product. We have the Heritage Makers Idea Book, and the new ones just came into the back office, and they do have the new wholesale pricing structure for us, so those are out there. We have Our Memories for Life catalog, and a new one is going to be coming soon. So if you do get that one, don't stock up on a whole bunch of them because there is a new one coming. I think next month is what we've heard. Then there's the Mineral Makeup and Essential Oils catalog and the full Youngevity catalog with all of the products and the brands in it. Now, all of these have particular uses and reasons why you would get different ones. And no, you do not need every single brochure and catalog and 20 packs out there. We don't want you spending all of your money on marketing materials. I want you to really get your head around how you can use some of the product or some of the marketing materials to really leverage those for your business, and then you pick and choose some of these other ones as it fits into the model that you're running. We have these reports and studies, the Bone and Joint Report and the Manitoba Study, which you can also buy in packs. And these are a little more in-depth detail for those of you that maybe are working with chiropractors or doctors or people that have more of a scientific knowledge or want more information on the studies related to these products. So those are something that you can pass out, but again, it depends on the specific business need that you're going to have. And then my favorite, the new YGYI Your Way brochure. This one, as I wrote on here, is designed by our own team with our specific needs in mind. It really, I feel like, is the most versatile tool in the group. It's showing this Youngevity Mall concept with both customers, for both the customers, and it also shows the business opportunity. So for business builders and customers. And what that brochure is it has a 2-page spread of all of our different product lines. So when you're meeting with somebody, you can walk through and show them just the top products in each of the different categories. So it's not going really in depth on any of the products, but it's giving them a glance at all of the different things that we show and we have in our business. And I love that because this way you don't have to order all of the different trifolds and all of the different idea books and catalogs. You can use this one piece, and with this one piece, you'll be able to give them a glance at all of the different products, and then you can dive in deeper, and if they decide they want to go down a certain route, then you can order specific brochures or catalogs that are related to that if it's something that you want to share with them. So I think that this is like a must-have. You have to have this one in your put in your auto ship, put it on your next order. But you have to get the YGYI Your Way brochures. Then we have all of the videos and audio opportunities out there for us to be able to share as follow-up with people. The new opportunity video, if you all haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching that. It's on YouTube. You can look under New Youngevity Opportunity Video. It's a great 7-minute clip on why this business opportunity is so amazing. And they did a fantastic job of really explaining it well. If you haven't watched it, I really encourage you to go out there and watch that and start sharing that with everybody, because that is a great tool to get people excited about this, what we have to offer here. The Youngevity story video is also out on YouTube, and this is a great follow-up tool, or this is something that you can send to somebody before the meeting so that they have a little history before they actually meet with you. That one is a little bit longer. I believe it's 17 minutes, so they're going to have to invest a little bit more time if they want to watch that one, but they can break it up. There's multiple parts to the video, so they can watch pieces at a time. And if you haven't watched that, that's one that you need to watch a couple times so that you understand from a business perspective what the story of Youngevity is and how our company came to be and what our history is and where we're going. And it's a really exciting, really well put together video that I believe we should all have watched and are able to share with our customers and our team members. Then there is the Healthy Body Challenge video, and that one is a great tool for follow-up for anybody that you talk to that wants to get healthier, whether it's they want to lose weight or they want to maybe get their cholesterol under control, or if they want to learn about how they can work on their sugar, type 2 diabetes, or if they want to work on their knee issues, any of those things. If they're planning to get on the 90 for Life products to help support their particular health concerns, this is a great video to work that into into something that they'll watch so that they can learn a little bit more. Then, of course, we have the Dead Doctors Don't Lie CDs and the Essential Oils CDs, which are both great tools. They only cost $1. You can order them in 100 packs from Y Team Tools, the letter Y, and then teamtools.com, or you can order them in 20 packs or however you like to get them, but they're a great tool to have on hand and just hand out to people. Of course, the Doctors Don't Lie is on YouTube as well, so you can send that out. But I really do like giving people a CD, because when they get that in their hand, they can pop it into their car, listen while they're driving. It's just something a little more tangible that they can have in their hands and know that they have a tool to follow up on some of the information that you're going to give them. The other thing we have are all of our samples. And these are an amazing marketing tool. And most of these you have in your pantry anyways because you're using them. All of the different stick packs, the root beer bellies, the watermelon sprinkles. Soul Purpose has those little balms. We have our Go Foods. We can get tiny little vials to put the essential oils in to give out samples of the essential oils. We have the mineral makeup match towers that are only $10, and they have all of the different foundations for people to be able to match their makeup. So all of these are marketing tools. If you're talking to somebody that is saying that they have a little one and they would like to be able to get them on some sort of a healthy regimen, the watermelon sprinkles are a great sample to give out. Here, try it, taste it, see what your child thinks of it. So these should be thought of as marketing tools as well. So then the question becomes, there's so many of these tools that can become paralyzing, so which one do we use? And what I'm going to talk about over the next couple of weeks in we're going to go delve deeper into each one of the tools. But right now, I want you to keep in mind is think of it as a toolbox. Every one of these things can be used in your presentations, in your meetings, as you're talking to people. But if you used a hammer to put in a screw, it would hold the screw for a little while, but it's not really the best tool, right? The screwdriver is the best tool to screw in a screw. So think of these products as your toolbox. In a pinch, if all you have on hand is a particular one, you can use pretty much any one of these to get the point across to a new customer, to a new potential recruit, to a new distributor. But there's certain ones that work better. And what I want to talk to you about today is this concept of having different packs for different situations. So in the way that I've been running my business, there's been 4 types of situations that I usually talk to somebody from a marketing perspective. You either have new customers that you're talking to, that you're going to share some products with. You have potential distributors that you're going to have an interview with to talk to them about joining your team. You have a welcome type meeting that you're going to work with as somebody that did sign up and is excited to go and get started, and welcoming them and training them to be a new distributor. And then you have an existing distributor that could have been on your team for a couple weeks or may have been on your team for a year and has decided, okay, I want to re-engage. I want to restart my business. So I've kind of broken it into those 4 categories: new customers, interviews, welcome, and training packs. So right now we're going to talk about this new customer pack. And remember that this pack, and the way that I run my business, and not everybody's going to run their business this way, so please don't think that this is like the only way. This is just an idea in the way that I have been doing things, and I found some success in doing this, so I wanted to share it with you. So in the customer pack, it's really a product focus, because I find when I'm talking to new customers, I'm very product focused, and I work with the new customers on whatever product it is that I feel is going to be the best fit for their needs. So that Youngevity Revolution brochure is a wonderful tool for every new person. It explains the company. And that's what we really, really, really need to focus on when we have a new customer is, yes, there's a particular product that I want to share with you, but I want you to understand what is so unique and what is so amazing about the company that we work for. So that Youngevity Revolution, whether there's somebody who loves essential oils, loves mineral makeup, wants the 90 for Life products, is just strictly digital scrapbooking or traditional scrapbooking, it doesn't matter, because all of those products come from a company called Youngevity, and we want them to understand Youngevity and what it stands for. So I always would bring that Youngevity Revolution brochure, and I've been using it now for a few months. So next week, that's going to be what our focus is on some of the terminology and words and things that I really like in that brochure, and how I think it really gets people to open their mind around all that Youngevity has to offer. So the new customer pack, I highly recommend you always include that. And I don't have this in hand yet other than the ones that we had, the samples, but the new YGY Your Way brochures. I'm so anxious to have those to give to new customers, because I feel like between those 2 products, we have just 100% of what we need. Because that new YGYI brochure is enough to explain to them what our whole model is, how we have all of these different product lines that we can shop from, and then we flip to the 2-page spread that's the product that they're most excited about. Now, if you want to, based on the conversation, you can add in other brochures, maybe the Healthy Body Challenge, a couple of products trifolds, a catalog, a CD, some samples. That's going to be based on what you feel after you've spoken to the person and you know what their interest is going to be piqued with. So I'm going to give you a couple examples of what some of these customers might be. So if you had somebody that you were going to meet with that told you, I am so interested in digital scrapbooking. That's my passion. I want to work with digital photos and memories, and that's where I want to go. I would first explain to them what Youngevity is and how we're involved with that Youngevity Revolution brochure. I would then go to the YGYI Your Way brochure after explaining the company. Now look at all these products we have, and then land on the digital scrapbooking page, making sure that you talked about the fact that there's all these other products that are included in this company, and then go over the digital scrapbooking piece in the YGYI brochure. And if they wanted more information on that, I would give them the HM Idea Book, which has all of the different fun things that they might want to start working on for projects. And we have something called the Studio Starter Guide for the person that wants to be able to get started right away on a project. It really has like the 1, 2, 3 training that they would need in order to do that. Of course, you're going to have business cards that you're going to give them with your contact information. I highly recommend that regardless of if you're a digital scrapbooker, you make those business cards in Studio. Promote our own product line so that people can see that you're using all of the different products. Be a product of the product. We've heard that a lot of times. So use the business cards that you can make in Studio. They're very inexpensive. You can make single-sided or double-sided cards through Studio. And then if you happen to be running a digital scrapbooking modeled business, then have an invitation for your next event, made in Studio, of course, that you can pass out to them so that they have a follow-up. The one thing to remember is that you don't have to share every single thing in your whole entire toolbox the first time you talk to the person, because you're going to see them again. If you're confident and you're growing and getting better at this, you're going to see them again. So you'll have another opportunity to share more. So you don't want to, throw up all over them with too much information. You might even, the first time you meet with them, just share the Youngevity Revolution and the YGYI brochure with the 2 pages on digital scrapbooking. Give them your business card and invitation. Invite them to the meeting, and then give them the idea book and the Studio Starter Guide. You judge based on how excited. If they tell you they have a project they want to make, like right now, of course you're going to give them that information right then. But if it's a casual conversation, then look for that second opportunity to talk to them again. Remember, it takes like 7 times for people to actually process information and hear the information, so it doesn't always happen on the first meeting. Excuse me, I have to take a drink there. My throat's getting dry. Okay, so another example of a new customer that you might meet with, say somebody decides that they want to have some weight loss, that's what their goal is. So again, explain to them about the company with that Youngevity Revolution brochure, and right on the cover of that brochure it says our story on it. So that's an easy way to tell them this is what our story is. The YGYI brochure, flipping through it and going to the page that has the weight loss product. With that person, I would probably give them the Healthy Body Challenge brochure and then some additional things, and these, again, could be follow-up pieces, depending on their level of enthusiasm when you meet with them. So maybe have them in your bag, but you don't have to pull them all out right then. But a couple things that you might have, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 Trifold, because sometimes they're going to ask for the nutritional information and they want to see it right then. If you don't have the trifold, it's easy enough to pull that up as a PDF on your phone, on an iPad. You could actually print it out on your home computer and have it there, if you needed it in a pinch. So there's that. The SlenderFX comparison chart, again, printed from the site or using the PDF from the site, because if that's a product that they're going to be interested in, that comparison chart is pretty fabulous to be able to show you what SlenderFX has in it compared to some of the main competitors out on the market. It shows Visalis and Isogenics and a variety of other shakes so that they can see what the difference in proteins and sugars and all of the different ingredients are across the board on these products. Always have that business card made in Studio, and you might want to give this person a couple samples, maybe a BTT 2.0 and original, just so that they can go home and try something. I really feel strongly about passing out samples to people to give it a try. That's like, almost better than a business card. I mean, you want to be able to follow up and give them more information, but having them try the thing is really, really, really key. So that's kind of my plug for how I would do the weight loss. Now, let's say you had somebody coming up to you that said, I'm a traditional scrapbooker. I've been scrapbooking for 20 years. I really want to see the products. Once again, explaining about the company, because the first thing they're going to say when they go to purchase the products is, what is this place that I'm going to buy scrapbooking? So just nip it in the bud from the beginning and explain what Youngevity is, that we have all of these amazing product lines that fit into a complete and total healthy lifestyle. Scrapbooking fits in the emotional portion of that, but the health and wellness, that's a key part of having a healthy lifestyle as well. So sharing the company, again, sharing the YGYI, flipping to the 2 pages that show the traditional scrapbooking. And then if they want more information, our new Heritage Makers Idea book does have a couple pages on with the traditional products in it, so you can follow up with that. And we will have the new Our Memories for Life brochure coming out soon. Right now there is a smaller brochure that you could use, that you could give to them. Again, the business card and the invitation to the next event, both made in studio. And then finally, if you, let's say, had an athlete that you were talking to. So this person is somebody that, feels pretty healthy. Maybe they're running half marathons. They do some triathlons. They're, somebody that you see at the gym all the time. They're just somebody who, really takes care of their body, and you want to share with them some information on how our products can enhance them even further. Always having that Youngevity Revolution brochure, the YGYI Your Way brochure, and then I would probably go with the Healthy Body Challenge brochure to them so that they can see how all of this stuff would help them to even, be more able to run in their races. And then, like I talked about before, having that Tangy Tangerine trifold or the PDF up on your phone, those could be follow-up unless they ask for that information right then. Rebound would be something that I would talk to the athlete about, again, having the trifolds or the nutritional information on your phone. I would for sure give them either the Dead Doctors Don't Lie or the Dead Athletes Don't Lie CDs so that they can have something for follow-up, business card made in studio, and a couple samples. BTT, maybe Rebound, probably Rebound for sure for the athlete, but giving them a couple things to test out and try. So I hope that helps you to see that there's some things that I feel like you really need to have no matter who you're speaking to, and those are the most important. And the rest of them you can plug in as you feel necessary, but most of the things you can have on a PDF file, or you can send them a link so that you don't have the extra expense unless you're finding that that's your main drive in the business. Then you might want to invest the extra into having those things. So as I talked about, you're going to follow up with these people. Remember, you're going to see them again, so they don't need every single thing at once. Think of a slow drip of information rather than spraying a water hose at them. You don't want to overwhelm them. And imagine when we first came into this business, how we were looking at all of these different products and where do we start and how do we know which ones to take. So you want to give them that slow drip so that they're not overwhelmed, because most people, when they're overwhelmed, are going to shut down and they just can't process. So you want to give them enough information that they're curious, enough information that they want to know more, and meet them where they are. That's the best advice I can give you, is just meet them where they are, because some of them are going to be great at processing a lot. I'm the type of person that you give it all to me, it's not going to overwhelm me. I want more information. But there's some people that if you give them more than 1 or 2 things, they're going to stick it on their counter, and it's going to get piled on top of with other information from other things because it was just too much for them to process. So start with a small amount of info and then give them more as you feel that they can handle it. There's PDF links again, the audio and video links, and any of the tools that you haven't distributed. We always have additional tools that you can pass out to people. So now moving on to from that new customer to a new potential distributor. So somebody that says, you know what, I think I might want to do this for a business. So now you may or may not have already met with them as a customer. So that would be your first question is, did I already meet with this person as a customer? Are they a preferred customer and they already have a lot of this information? Or is this somebody that I've spoken to that doesn't even want to become a customer, wants to go straight into the business? And there's a lot of people that go down that route. There's a lot of people that just straight away decide, you know what, I just want to sign up to be a distributor, and I'll learn about the product as I learn about the business. So for these people, again, you're going to want to give them a Youngevity Revolution brochure and the YGYI brochure, unless you already met with them as a customer and you already gave them, but you should keep some extras in your bag because they might not have them with you. But the things that I would share with this potential distributor is there's a CEO Mega Pack brochure that's brand new that just came out in our at our convention in Las Vegas, so I would include that one. And then Another question is the person somebody who is a business builder and really wants to kick it up with this business, and you've already had, maybe the conversation was, wow, I want to really go for it. I've been in multi-level marketing businesses before. I know how it works. Give it to me all. Then you might want to include the Are You Next compensation guide. If there's somebody who has never been in multi-level marketing before and it's going to be a stretch to explain a compensation plan to them right out of the gate, I would probably print the single page out of the comp plan overview, the new one, page 7, has a listing of the benefits for being a CEO qualified distributor or signing up as a non-CEO qualified distributor. And that way they can kind of see a little bit of where the money comes in, but it's not quite enough information to overwhelm them. But you'll have that Are You Next compensation guide brochure with you. And if they're ready for more information, you can pull it out. But I wouldn't give it to them right at first just because it can be overwhelming. And then based on your conversations with this person, again, you might have the Healthy Body Challenge brochure, some additional product trifold catalogs, this TD. You have to gauge the conversation to see how much more or less information they might need. So let's do a couple examples. So for those of us that came over from a past scrapbooking business, what would we want to give somebody that already knows how to scrapbook? They were maybe a consultant on our previous team, or they were a customer with us. For sure you want that person to have that Youngevity Revolution in the YGYI brochure, always giving those to them so that they understand the company and the model. That is so very important. The one thing that we don't want everybody to think is that we are a single silo and we're only selling out of this one category. They can choose to do that. Any one of us can choose to sell out of a single silo, but you don't want to make that decision for them. You want them to make that decision after they see the full picture. So provide them with the full picture and let them make the decision to pick one or two, what their lane is going to be. Or if they want to open it up and sell out of all the lanes, let them have that opportunity. I would always give them the CEO Mega Pack brochure, even if they told me that they were just going to do the $10 opportunity. When they see the value of what's in the CEO Mega Pack, they might change their mind, and most of the times they do. So you have to offer it to them and let them make the decision. So that's a key factor. If you don't show it to them, they're never going to buy it because they don't even know it's out there. So very important to make sure that all of the options are on the table for them so that they can make the decision of which pack they want to go with. And another key thing for them is the CEO Mega Pack brochure shows the picture of the Healthy Body pack on it. So if you have somebody who's a scrapbooking past consultant or a customer, print out the CEO pack flyer for heritage makers so that you have that there for them. And just let them know that brochure is just a photo representation of all of the products that are in it, that there's all the different packs that you can choose from, and here's the one that's focused on heritage makers. So you're going to have that page 7 compensation guide. For somebody that came from our past scrapbooking world and is brand new to this, I most certainly would not go over all of the details of coding bonuses in depth. And I would mention that you're going to get additional bonuses when you join this with the CEO pack. But if you start trying to explain to them how people are coded and how they receive all of their leadership bonuses and card bonuses and stock options, you're gonna overwhelm them a bit. So at this first meeting, just go over the fact that there are these 10 ways to get paid, and that you're going to go into much more in-depth training on them as they begin to build their business. So for this person, I would give them an idea book. If they're joining your team, the Heritage Makers idea book, the Our Memories for Life catalog, again, your business card. And I would probably give them a sample as a thank you when they join. Maybe a greeting card. Some of the candies with the Heritage Makers labels on them, they're pretty inexpensive. Something small that they can keep so that when they go home, they have something in their hand that represents the company that they just signed up with. That's pretty powerful because they get to see the product and wait for, their welcome kit to come. So they have something in hand that they've made. So let's say that you're having an interview now with somebody that says they're interested in the essential oils. They're not somebody that's been from your past scrapbooking business, but they're somebody that is really interested. They've heard of doTERRA, they've heard of Young Living, and now they're intrigued by the Youngevity oils. Always leading with the Youngevity Revolution in the YGYI brochure to give them the whole model of what our business is, the CEO Mega Pack brochure, and printing out the flyer for the CEO Mega Pack that matches the essential oils so that they can see what comes in being CEO qualified, except the picture on that page that's showing you all of the Healthy Body products. Replace that for this picture in the flyer of all of the oil products, because that's what's going to excite that person. Then the comp plan overview again, page 7 of the Are You Next booklet, and a mineral makeup and oils catalog, because they're going to want to see all the different oils that, and how much they cost and so forth, so that they can get started in their business. A business card, and you might want to give them a couple small oil samples in those little tiny vials so that they have something to go home with, so that they're excited waiting for that kit to come. So moving on to example number 3, somebody that is nutrition focused. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I want to get this, really pounded in, that Youngevity Revolution brochure, the YGYI brochure, the CEO Mega Pack brochure. And that one, you don't need to print out an extra flyer, because they would be interested in the flyer that is actually in the brochure, the picture I mean. With them, I would probably give them that Healthy Body Challenge brochure, so they have that. Page 7 in the Are You Next comp plan overview business card, and maybe some samples of BTT, root beer belly, kids sprinkle, something like that. Something inexpensive that you can give them as a little, thank you for joining my team today. I'm so excited to have you, and before I meet with you again, I want you to try a couple products as you're waiting for your CEO Mega Pack to come. Just like before, some follow-up tools. You can send them PDF files, some video links. I had written on here Success from Home magazine, but I understand that that's no longer available. So if you have some in your stock that you've purchased before, that's a great tool to pass out. If not, there's that new book, The 21 Greatest Network Marketers, that features so many of Youngevity's top leaders in how they run their businesses, little stories and anecdotes, and some really great information. So that's something that you can get them for as low as $5 a book. That if it's a business builder on your team, then that's something that you might want to invest in. Any other tools that you haven't already distributed them. And again, remember, even if they didn't join that day, you're going to see that person again. So you don't have to give them every single thing. Sometimes they're not going to join right on the spot. They're going to need some time to process, and it's going to be your job to follow up with them to make sure that you have that next meeting, so that you can talk to them again through, maybe they have some questions, maybe they need to go home and think about it, maybe they need to talk it over with their spouse, or maybe they have to get the funds together to do the CEO Mega Pack. Maybe they're going on vacation and they want to wait for a week or two because they really want to kick it up when they get back. So just remember that you will talk to them again. Don't give them too much information and get them overwhelmed. Meet them where they are. So now moving on to somebody that actually did join your team, and now you're welcoming them. With this, you're always going to include the new 5x5 marketing system. I love that new brochure. I can't wait to go through the training on that one for you all. So that one's going to be really critical. The Are You Next compensation guide, the whole compensation guide, because at this point they've joined. They're ready for the information. You're not going to give it to them all at once, but you're going to hand them that brochure and you're going to slowly go over it with them. I have that Simple Success System Week 1 checklist that I recommend printing out so that they can watch the Youngevity, they can listen to the Youngevity drinks call, so that they know, especially if they bought the Nutrition Mega Pack, all the drinks that come in their pack and what they're for, the Body Trim, the Rebound, the BTT, the Saxy. And even if they decided to go with the essential oils or with the Heritage Makers or any of the other Mega Packs, I still honestly believe they should listen to that call, because when they hear about those things, they could have their minds switched over to really think, even if I'm focused on the scrapbooking part of this business, why wouldn't I want to take a nutritional supplement to make myself feel better? So having them listen to that call, the checklist also has the Youngevity story on it so that they can understand the Youngevity business and how it came about. And then that transfer purchase checklist is really important for them to see the different things that they can use to get their $150 per month for their R&B qualifications, especially if they're a business builder, and then the invitation guidelines so that they know how to create an invitation. Those are the things that I would always include with a new distributor. And then based on your conversations with them, you're going to add on pieces. Did you meet with this person previously and give them materials already? If you met with them, you might have the interview and the welcome all happening within the same time frame. And so you've just handed them those materials, so you don't need to hand them to them again a day later. But if it's been a couple weeks, it might be something that you give them some different materials. And, you have to keep in the back of your mind that they join you without ever receiving any of the materials. Follow-up tools for the welcome pack. There's a week 2, 3, and 4 checklist that kind of helps them follow through some of the tasks that they need to do to get their business up and going. So those are things that you'll be sending to them. And additional materials based on conversations with your new team member. Conversations on the phone or in person are so important with these new distributors. They need, those first 30 days are so critical to get them off and onto a good start. You have to have consistent conversations with them and give them what they need at the time they need it, rather than just handing them a humongous pack of information and letting them go weed through it themselves. Again, drip instead of fire hose. You want to give it to them as they need it rather than spraying it all at them at once, because they're going to get overwhelmed and they're not going to be able to process all that information. So now we come to the last one, which is the training pack for an existing distributor. So as a leader, we're going to have people on our teams that we're all gangbusters for 2 weeks, and then they sort of fall off the face of the earth, and then they resurface 3 or 4 or 5 months later, and now they're ready to run their business. Things happen, different things happen in life, and somebody may have had some situation where they just weren't able to do it. So with this person, they may have had some success, or they may have already went through that 5x5 marketing system and they know that information. So you're going to want to go over with them the Staying in the Lane brochure. You're going to give them the compensation guide brochure unless they already have it. But really I would probably give them another one, just because if they're resurfacing, you're going to want to go over that again with them and just getting them excited about all the different ways that they can make money in their business. And then add on based on conversations if they want to get going with the Healthy Body Challenge, or maybe they're not CEO qualified. Maybe they came in as a $10 distributor, so you may want to talk to them about the CEO Mega Pack and how they could lift their business to another level through their CEO, becoming CEO qualified. And you may have the need to give them a couple trifold brochures, catalogs, or the Dead Doctors Don't Lie CD. You sort of have to gauge where they are based on conversations and then decide which pieces need to get pulled in when. So then I wanted to just really quickly talk to you about business expenses. So talking about all these brochures can be a scary thing. If you ordered one of everything, you're going to spend quite a bit of money. And I don't want you all running out there and spending $500 on papers. So really think about the ones that are going to have the biggest bang for your buck, and know that there's always a cost of doing business. So you have to have some of these pieces. You don't have to have all of them right away. And you're going to build your library of marketing materials through time. And as you order products, Youngevity is nice enough to slip trifolds into many of our boxes. So you may be collecting some of those trifold brochures just simply by ordering the products for yourself. So remember, there's always a cost of doing business. And I wanted to just list a couple of those brochures and different things so that you can kind of get an idea of how much they cost. So the Youngevity, the YGYI Your Way brochures are $15 for a 20-pack. Not expensive at all. They turn out to be 75 cents. It is a great marketing tool, especially for 75 cents. Under $1, you can explain the business to people. The Heritage Makers Idea Books become a little bit more. They're $20 for 15, or $1.33 a book. So those you're going to give out a little more cautiously. You're not just going to leave 10 of those sitting on a table in a doctor's office. You're going to give those to people that truly tell you that they're interested in scrapbooking or memory preservation, or somewhere down the lines of they want to do something with their pictures. The Youngevity Revolution brochures, $22 for 25 of them, only 88 cents a copy. Those are fairly inexpensive. This is the one that I want you all to be cautious about, the Youngevity product catalogs. $30 for 10 of those. They become $3 a piece. They're not very cost effective to hand out to everybody. Now, you might want to get one 10-pack to keep for yourself at some point in time, and that would be something that you would hand out to somebody that is that person that joins as a CEO that's like the big-time business builder. Like, I really want to go after the nutrition market. I really want to understand all these products. That $3 investment would be worthwhile. Or it's a person that is, looking across multiple categories to do. You maybe order some different products, but that's not a catalog that I would just purchase and hand out to everybody, because at $3 a piece, that can become quite expensive. Most of the trifolds are only $6.50 for a 25-pack, 26 cents a piece. Those are pretty inexpensive. So here and there, I'd recommend, throwing one of those into your order for some of the more popular things. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Rebound, the Healthy Start Packs, things like that, so that you have those to be able to hand out to people. And then the Dead Doctors Don't Lie CDs on Y-Team Tools, they're just $1. Those are a good investment. The same with the essential oil CDs. So I wanted to just give you an example of when you met with a new customer. Let's say you were meeting with somebody who was interested in the photo preservation, a new Heritage Makers customer, and you handed them the YGYI Your Way brochure, the new Heritage Makers Idea Book, and the Youngevity Revolution. It's going to cost you about $2.96. So $3 for a new customer is, not very much money. I mean, it's something that if it's going to get you business, it's worth the $3. Somebody that is maybe a new nutrition YGY customer, if you give them the YGYI brochure, a couple trifolds, the Youngevity Revolution brochure, and the Dead Doctors Don't Lie CD, you're looking at about $3.15. So about $3 is what you're going to be spending on these new customer packs that you're handing out to people. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. You don't have to, I didn't put in the cost of tax or shipping or any of that, but this is just a rough estimate so that you can kind of get an idea. So what to expect in the next couple weeks. So this was week 1, just an introduction to all of the different marketing pieces and sort of how you can use them. In weeks 2 through 8, I want to do a deeper look at the marketing pieces. What key phrases on the pages could you use in a presentation? How you could share the whole opportunity, even in a specific niche market for your customers so that they can see the big picture of all of these products. How you can weave that YGYI Your Way brochure throughout all of the different types of presentations. That's one that I really feel is like the key brochure to have, that and the one we're going to talk about next week, which is the Youngevity Revolution brochure. So thank you so much for being on this call, and it is recorded, so I will get this out to everybody. And next week, we're not going to have the call on Tuesday. All of the other ones are going to be Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but I'm out of town next Tuesday, so we moved that one to Thursday night on the 16th of October, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the topic for that one is going to be how to use that Youngevity Revolution brochure and how to weave that into your business. So thanks again, and thank you for joining us.